Hey everybody. I'm okay. Okay. It has brought to my attention that some people are reaching out to personal friends and family of mine asking if I'm okay. Yes, I'm fine. I put in my bio a while ago. I'm fine. I'm healing. I will be right back. What that be right back soon kind of looks like? Who knows? Grief isn't textbook. It's not linear. And it's been like waves and waves and waves for me. Even when I'm feeling fine, if I start to make any kind of an update, I get emotional, and I don't want to be emotional, at least not on here. I've already done that enough. I just need this time for myself. Okay, I need this time to spend time with my family, my friends. We had her memorial on the 30th of May, and it was beautiful, and thank you guys so much, because honestly, without you guys, we couldn't have celebrated her life to this extent at all. It was absolutely perfect. Everything was perfect, from the music, the food, the venue. It was all of her favorite foods. Couple weeks before she passed, she sent me a reel on Instagram saying that she wanted a pickle fountain for her next celebration, whatever that would be, and so we got it for her. We got her pickle fountain. Ta-da! We also had cupcakes, and yes, those are coffin plates. She would have thought it was hilarious. I don't want to hear it. But we had little stickers made with her pictures and the flowers, and just everything was so perfect. Come on. How freaking cool. She would have loved it. And I'm not trying to show a bunch, because most of the people there were other teenagers, kids from her school, and out of respect for their privacy and being minors, I'm not posting their images. But let's just say it was so amazing, and really, you guys, thank you, because with your help, it wasn't just a memorial. We got to fly out family members that were out of state that otherwise wouldn't have been able to. We were able to give her the send-off that was appropriate, that fit her, that honored her. Beth from Midlands Vinyl, oh my god, the urn is absolutely perfect. It's just stunning. I mean, come on, look at that, beautiful. That's on the right is the vase that she made, that Maddie made, and then on the left is a resin skull that has her ashes, and some of her ashes and hair made into it. And then we also made these little keepsakes. They were necklace pendants, which we, of course, put the necklaces on and chain and whatever. But they also have ashes and hair, some with ashes, some without. But that is little keepsakes that we made for her closest friends and family only. The skull was my keepsake. Yeah, we had amazing food. We had her pictures put up. It was incredible. It was an absolutely amazing night, full of emotion and closure and sharing and loving and remembering and honoring Madeline, and just every single detail. So thank you guys so much. I really cannot thank you enough. It's just, everything was absolutely beautiful. And I am sharing that because you guys helped make it happen. And I really wanted to show you guys what you did for her as much as I could. I know that people are curious about the whole Maddie's Law thing. In short, let me break it down for you. I want Maddie's Law to happen. I want any kind of law to happen that protects our children online. Protects them from bullies, whether that's online, in school, whatnot. But not just protecting them from bullies. There also needs to be better mental health advocacy for our teens. There needs to be more resources. I mean, hell, as an adult, try going and get mental health care. It's hard. It's really not as accessible as you think. And politics aside, blue and red states both have problems with access to mental health care. It's really, truly a bipartisan issue. So anything in the comments I'm going to delete. I don't give a shit. The fact is that this is a problem amongst all walks of life with very little resolution. And the fact that it is affecting our children and our youth of today so horribly, that was one of the main pushes why I was vulnerable. And I put that out there into TikTok world. Okay? And now that that's happened, now that people know her name, that gives me a little bit of relief to know that it's okay to take a step back. But the legislator was really cool. He was really down to earth. He was not out of touch, as a lot of politicians can be. But he's a local state rep. He has a full-time job in addition to being a state rep. And he also has a work history of working with troubled youth. So, not saying Madeline was a troubled youth. I'm just saying that, he has experiences with sitting down and listening to children talk about what they go through. And he has heard his fair share of online bullying and knows that there's a real problem. The thing about making laws is that it does not happen overnight. And I know that in a world of social media where it's just instant gratification, instant access, everything's at your fingertips, we have kind of lost touch with reality that some things aren't going to be quick. The best things sometimes take time. Sometimes things that move too fast end up breaking way too soon. So, it's a work in progress. And he's not the only politician that knows that there's a problem. Many others are. There are plans in the works. But what can happen a lot faster is modifying current laws. So, looking at things like in Washington, the harassment, intimidation, and bullying HIB law. What can be done to change it? What needs to be removed? What needs to be added? What needs to be modified? Though that's a solution that can happen a lot quicker. And with the fact that this is a real problem happening, let's start there. We won't lose hope for a law in the future of any kind that helps protect our children online. But, for now, this is a start. Okay, it's a start. Yeah, I don't know how to zoom back out. My phone slipped in my hand. Anyway, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going through treatment, weekly treatment. So every Thursday I have to go in and get my chemo. I'm also back on oral chemo. I'm into my second cycle, and not every chemo you lose your hair. And so, that's been a wild ride as well. It's just been a busy time for me. So, apart from learning how to live and go on and work through my grief weekly in grief therapy between me and my son, and then planning her memorial, and I had to put TikTok to the side to protect my peace. So I thank you guys for understanding that, but trust me, I'll be okay. I've got a huge support system, and when I say huge, I mean I've got several really good friends. That's huge to me because quality, right? And I may be back, I may be not. Honestly, before Maddie's video went viral, I was a nobody. You didn't know who I was, and kind of want to go back to that. But thank you guys for understanding. Love you all.